It's Girl Scout season. We all know that Girl Scout cookies are amazing, but they don't have a gluten-free option for every flavor. So I decided to make a gluten-free Samoa that is just as good, if not better, than the original. So I'm gonna start this recipe by making the dough. This is a gluten-free dough, and it's actually a King Arthur recipe. Now, why that's important is because when you're doing gluten-free baking, you wanna make sure and use the same brand of gluten-free all-purpose blend that's in the recipe. Different gluten-free brands have different types of flour in them and different ratios of the flour. Some brands even have cornstarch in them. So you really wanna be mindful of when you're following a gluten-free recipe to use the exact brand of flour. I'm gonna start this off with some butter. I have a whole stick of unsalted butter, and I used high quality butter in this recipe. I actually love Kerrygold because this cookie is so simple. The base has very few ingredients. You really want all the ingredients to be a really top quality so they taste amazing. So we have our butter, and then we're gonna add a cup of granulated sugar, and we're just gonna beat this until it's fluffy. And that may take 3 to 5 minutes, but it really makes a difference in the texture of your cookie, especially when you're baking gluten-free. You wanna get this part right. Okay, this is looking great. Beautiful. Okay, so now our butter sugar mixture is light and fluffy. And with gluten-free baking, you really want to be as precise as possible. So sometimes in normal baking, all baking is science. You can kind of get away with not being precise, but you really want in gluten-free baking to nail everything pretty precisely just so the recipe works well. Okay, so I've scraped down the sides of our bowl. Everything's light and fluffy. Our butter looks awesome. And I'm gonna add some vanilla extract and an egg. We're just gonna stir this together until it's combined. Okay, looking good? Awesome. So now we're gonna whisk together all of our dry ingredients. So since this recipe is gluten-free, I have 1.5 cups of King Arthur brand gluten-free flour. And then I also have 1/2 cup of almond flour. This is blanched almond flour. Gonna lightly whisk that together. And we really wanna get this pretty evenly combined so that our cookies have a well-distributed flour situation happening. So next we're gonna add a little bit of salt, baking powder, and then we also have some xanthan gum. And you can get xanthan gum online, honestly, because a lot of people are eating gluten-free these days. It's probably maybe more readily available at like a health food store. And what xanthan gum does is it acts as a binder. So since we don't have the protein from the gluten in the flour, it helps bind our cookies together. Okay, this looks awesome. And with cookies, you wanna make sure and not over stir. So you're really looking for these to just come together until you don't see any ribbons of flour in the dough. And do this on a low speed so you don't poof flour everywhere. Girl Scouts are prepared. They know not to do things like that. Again, you're just gonna stir this until it just starts coming together and clumping into a dough. This looks great. All right, so I'm gonna smush this down lightly with my hands, and I'm gonna cover this with plastic wrap and put it in the fridge for about an hour just to make sure the dough is fully set and it'll be easier for us to roll out and shape. Okay guys, so we have our chilled gluten-free dough. Remember, you wanna keep this in the fridge for at least an hour just to make sure it sets. This dough also can get pretty warm. So when we're rolling it out, if you feel like it's not as easy to cut the middles out, just pop it back in the freezer for a few minutes, pop it back in the fridge for a few minutes. Either one will work to set it back again. So you're gonna take about 1 tablespoon or 2 out of your dough, and I'm just gonna make like a large ball of dough with my hands. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And then I'm gonna use my palm and just lightly flatten it. And I'm gonna use this icing tip. I love that it's metal and it's sharp around the edges. This to me was the easiest way to do this. And I'm just gonna put it right here in the middle of the cookie and then kind of wiggle it around. Voila. And then we're just gonna keep on rolling. So we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna make about 6 cookies here. This dough probably makes about 18 cookies, but just to show you guys more easily, I'm only gonna do 6. I love Samoas. They are my all-time favorite Girl Scout cookie. I am so excited about this recipe, and I am not lying to you guys when I tell you this is one of the best cookies I have ever baked. They are so good. They are so worth the time. Trust me on this. You're gonna want to make these. Actually was a brownie back in the day. Shout out Girl Scouts. That lasted about 6 months. I wasn't super committed to it, and I think I sold like 3 boxes of cookies. But yeah, I was not a great salesperson. I think I literally gave the list to my dad, who had an office, and was like, hey, can you sell these cookies for me? Thanks, Dad. So I wasn't very industrious at that age. Awesome. Okay, these are ready to go. We're gonna put them in a 350-degree oven for about 10 minutes. And don't worry if they don't get really golden brown on top. They're gonna have a golden brown on the bottom and they're gonna be perfectly set. So we have our cookies baked. They are cooled and out of the oven. I have them on a cooling rack. And I just want you guys to notice they don't look golden brown on top like I talked about, but they do have this pretty golden brownness on the bottom. So that means they are done. And we're about to do some super fun stuff. We're gonna dip these in caramel. So this is unwrapped candy caramels that I melted in the microwave for about 30 seconds, added a little bit of milk, heated it up for about 15 more seconds, and voila, we have our caramel dipping. And this is actually a ratio from Gluten-Free on a Shoestring, which is one of my favorite gluten-free blogs out there. They're amazing. Make sure and check her out. So I'm gonna do this one at a time. I'm just gonna dip it into my bowl. I have a fork here in case I need to re-stir the caramel or help these guys out. Awesome. And don't worry about if the caramel isn't perfectly around the edges because we are going to add in our coconut caramel layer to these. So it's totally okay to not have them perfect because we're gonna add some more on top. Yum. Okay, so we have all of these dipped. Now we are gonna add about 2 ounces of toasted coconut to our caramel. This is just like unsweetened, flaked coconut that you can put in the oven at 350 just until it turns light and golden brown. And we're gonna add it to our caramel. This is gonna create that delicious caramelly coconut layer that's gonna be so good. And you really wanna work quickly with this because once it gets all mixed in, it's pretty sticky. And I'm gonna take just a couple tablespoons of the caramel and just add it on top of our cookies. We're gonna make sure to clear out the center so we keep that look. We're gonna coconut up all of these cookies. Okay, so these are fully coated with our caramel mixture. I'm gonna put these in the fridge for about 10 minutes to set, and then we are going to do our chocolate drizzle and dip. And it is time for the final step. So as we know, Samoas have that beautiful dark chocolate layer on the bottom, so that's what we're gonna do first. So I have some chocolate that I've melted with a little bit of vegetable shortening, and I have some wet paper towels here for my hands because it gets a little bit messy dipping them this way, but to me, I tried several methods and it worked the best. So just wanna get chocolate all around the bottom layer. We're gonna put them back on our rack. Obviously, it wasn't in Girl Scouts very long, sadly, but I did watch the movie Troop Beverly Hills, and that is the troop I wanted to be in. I wanted that wonderful redheaded lady to be my troop leader.
Phyllis Neffler, Troop Beverly Hills.
Now there's a scene in the movie where they're like go camping just to prove to the other Girl Scout troops that they're like legit. They had a horrible experience.
You just quit now. Not until we sing Kumbaya.
Which I personally resonate with because I've had several bad camping experiences. I think I really would have fit into that troop. Okay, awesome. So now that we have these dipped, we're gonna drizzle. And I'm just gonna use a spoon and just create that little drizzle pattern on top. You wanna start pouring your spoon away from the cookie, and then once you have the drizzle going, you wanna drizzle the cookie. All right, so I'm gonna let these set at room temperature, and then I'm gonna go plate them and serve them up. Okay, so our cookies are all set and ready to go. They look amazing, and as you can see, they are a little bit bigger than your standard Samoa, but I don't think anybody's ever complained about a bigger cookie. And also, you know, your typical Girl Scout cookie comes in a box. We got you. You can serve these in a little white box with some parchment paper inside, or on a cake platter, share them with your friends. I cannot wait to dig in. These cookies are so good. Literally my mouth is watering still as I'm eating them. The best cookies I have ever made, Girl Scouts honor. Cannot wait for you to try them. Tag @PopKitchen on Instagram and comment below. I wanna know what you wanna see me style next.